Hello and welcome to my allotment. So if you're looking for expert advice and sort of how to grow professionally, you're in the wrong place because I don't really have a clue. I'm kind of just an amateur making it up as I go along, and I thought I would document it and put it on YouTube. I've been making sort of silly little TikToks of it for the last few months and been enjoying myself. So I've had this allotment for about 3 months now. I got it at the very end of May and started working on it in June, and obviously coming to the end of August now, I was in a really lucky position that actually when I got it, it was an elderly couple had had it for about 20 odd years before me, so it was in really great condition. Some of the other plots I looked at were so overgrown it would have taken me months to actually get started on them. I did kind of get it at that annoying point where I've missed all of the spring planting, and then we had no rain at all, so it was really hard to kind of get going and have it full like everyone else is all around the site. But the plan is now, with autumn almost here, I'm gonna sort of plan out what I'm gonna plant, make sure all the space here is utilised as much as possible, and then come spring next year as well, just go crazy. And I'm gonna make sure every inch of this allotment is absolutely rammed and got as much produce growing as possible. I'll give you a tour of how it's looking. And here it is, here's the allotment. My massive sunflower that I'm incredibly proud of in the middle, right next to the trough. So, well, the tap doesn't work, but you've got the trough here, so I can keep it nicely watered. Kind of past it now, but this was a nice little flower bed when I first started. Obviously it's got the dahlias growing. As you can see, loads of space still needs using. All I've got growing so far is got some leeks here, some runner beans, green beans, or something here that's kind of looks like they're almost dying. This was peas. They didn't really work, maybe because I didn't have enough water or it's too hot for them. Potatoes, a few left to harvest. These were literally growing before I started, so 3 potatoes. Cucumbers here. Got one there. Probably needs picking about now. That one looks like it's gone past it. Massive raspberry patch. Some nice beetroot I've got growing. Carrots, butternut squash. Got one so far. Out of all of this, got one that's growing. I don't know if this one's got any. No, none yet. And then this bed here is kind of all strawberries in the middle, if you see there. But they're all pretty much half dead when I got it, and I haven't done anything to revive them. Just weeds growing everywhere. A pear tree, which I think is ripe. An apple tree. I think these are apples. I assume so. And I think this is a cherry tree, but it never grew anything this year, and half the leaves are, not sure what's going on, but half of them are destroyed. Garlic chives and normal chives, and my garlic chives are starting to flower. Great big rhubarb, inherited as well. Lucky about that. Okay, so the plan for today, it's pretty hot, it's probably about 25 degrees. Sun's beating down. Gonna give them a bit of water. Wrong time of day to be doing this really, but I haven't had a chance to come up here for the last few days and everything does look pretty thirsty. So going to give it some water, maybe pluck out some of the weeds that are getting a bit too big. My main thing really now is to start planning all my autumn planting. I've got some cool aerial shots of the plot, how it looked when I first got it, so I'm going to try and hopefully come up with a plan and work out what I want to grow over sort of winter and into next year when I'm really going to actually go crazy on this plot. Straight in the compost heap. And 2. So my beets aren't done yet, but I'm going to pull one out the ground, see how big it is, just because I'm impatient and I want to know. Okay, they could do with a lot longer in the ground. So this is one thing I love about having an allotment. My allotment neighbour just came over to me and gave me some apples, massive ones. He obviously doesn't need them all, everyone's just friendly and dishes out free food. Got a visitor. Okay, so I think I'm done for the day. I've given it a bit of a water, although I'll probably need to come up in the evening because it's just absolutely baking right now. Picked some stuff, harvested some stuff, got some free apples. Just gonna get rid of a few more weeds. Weeding done. Okay, so I'm back home. I need to get everything washed, cleaned and stored, so I'm going to get on to do that in a second. Thankfully it is a lot cooler now actually, so fingers crossed the watering I did will actually have some effect and hopefully stay in the ground and not just get completely evaporated by the sun. So yeah, that's about it really. As I say, I'm going to try and keep this allotment and sort of my gardening and what I grow as documented as I can, and hopefully I can see the progression sort of as the months and years go past. So yeah, thank you if you've watched it this far into the video, and hopefully I'll be able to make a few more. So hit subscribe and you can keep up to date with how it's going, what I grow, if it works, if it fails, and all that sort of thing. So cheers.